Hello and good afternoon here on what is a foggy, cold, misty afternoon here in Whitefield as Sedgley Tigers take on Birmingham Moseley, and it's going to be a cracking game of rugby here this afternoon as we can just see the Birmingham Moseley team going back into the change rooms to get themselves prepared for today's game, and just to get everyone else who's watching here on the live stream to get you prepared for today's game. I'm just going to read out some team news starting with the visitors. So Birmingham are coming into this game with a form of 8 wins and 7 losses this season. They started the year great, 8-4 before Christmas, but winless after Christmas. So starting in there for their front pack, it's Ethan Priest at 1, Ben Pogson at 2, and David Langley at 3. The two Harrys of Harry Barnes and Harry Butler are the locks at 4 and 5, with Finn Smith at 6, Morgan Dawes 7, and captain Ollie Steadman starts at 8. Jack Jolly, the vice-captain, is at 9, with Tyg Maxwell Whiteley at 10. Dan Brott at 11 and Twoyo Egodo are on the wings at 11 and 14, with Ollie Alsop and Aquil Smith in the centre at 12 and 13, with Freddie Painter at fullback. And the replacements today for Birmingham Moseley are 16 Henry Feeney, 17 Josh McNulty, 18 Santiago Edwards, 19 Tommy Taylor, and 20 Austin Nevitt. So for the home team today, Sedge have had a brilliant start to 2025. And they've also only had 1 loss in the last 6. So much improvement on the start of the year for the Tigers. And today's team news is John Blanchard at 1, Ben Gregory at 2, and Danny Rylance at 3. Bob Birtwell and Luke Cox are the locks at 4 and 5, with Connor James at 6, Lewis Bradley at 7, and Tom Ailes the mainstay at number 8. Matt Sturgis and Warren Seals keep their place as the halfbacks at 9 and 10. And Richard Lepore and Reece Henderson are at 11 and 14. The two Matts of Matt Riley and Matt Law at 12 and 13, and 15, who's come through the juniors and mini juniors. Sam Thorpe starts at fullback today, with Austin Downham at 16, Adam Mellington 17, Will Connor 18, Murray Redpath at 19, and number 20 is Isaac Deans. The officials today for today's game are Matt Sharp, who's the referee, and his assistants are Kieran Henry and Josh Smith. The Tigers will be without Albert Bradshaw and Harry Thompson today, who were both on the bench last night for Sale Sharks versus Doncaster Knights in the Premiership Cup. And we can just see the Sedge under 9s and under 10s over in the far corner. They'll be cheering the boys out of the tunnel as they make their way onto the pitch for today's game. And we'll just touch a little bit now on Birmingham Moseley. For anyone who's watching, there is a lot of actually Birmingham Moseley fans here today. There's a supporters coach that has travelled up for today's game. So I've said before, Birmingham started the year off really, really hot. I think they had one loss in their first 7 games, and going into the Christmas break, there were 8 wins from 12 with only 4 losses, but they're without a win post-Christmas. So they'll be looking to get right back on the winning track today. A few players to watch out for in today's game for the Birmingham Moseley are Tyg Maxwell Whitley at number 10. He'll be looking to distribute and try and find some angles to open up that Tigers defence. And Twoyo Egodo, he's got 4 tries this year. The former rugby league player, played for London Broncos, Castlefield Tigers and Oldham Roughheads. He'll be looking to try and break the lines and penetrate through to score some tries today. And speaking about Tigers, they've had a really solid start to this second period of the season, second third of the season. I mean, Reece Henderson now has just come back as well, as we can just see Matt Riley running onto the pitch as the Tigers come out the tunnel. Congratulations to Matt. We weren't able to live stream the game previously at Park Lane against Leicester Lions, but Matt, 2 games ago, made his 450th appearance for the Tigers, which just adds more to his record of being the most appearances for one club in the professional rugby era. And he's making his 452nd appearance today for the club. An outstanding achievement. So as I was saying there about the Tigers, they've had a lot of different try scorers as well this season, and Reece Henderson is the catalyst of that one. He scored 14 tries so far this year. So if they can get the ball out to him on the wing, there is definitely points in it, in the attack there. And as well, shout out to Richard Lepori, who's like, he's like a deer when he bounces around with the ball. As Birmingham Moseley now enter the field. Tigers wearing their traditional maroon and yellow stripes. Birmingham wearing the black socks with black shorts and a greyish blue coloured kit today. A change from their traditional black and red stripes. Just waiting now for the referee Matt Sharp to give the teams a starting orders. He gives the ball to Warren Seals, who's sporting a new haircut today. Gone's the ponytail. It's a short back and sides now. So we're about to get underway as Sedgley Park take on Birmingham Moseley. We're underway. The ball's high, bounced, and Ben Gregory's collected it. And it's a good start so far for Tigers to regain that ball in possession. As Seals now has it, Thorpe. But it will be a penalty to Birmingham Moseley. And Birmingham, after not being able to claim the kickoff, have now got the ball. So it'll be Tig Maxwell Whitler to kick this ball into touch. I'm also joined today by Sedge's own Joe Barnes-Taylor. Nice to be here, Joe.
Afternoon, Tom. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not so bad. We're gonna try and trying to keep going during this weather. It's not the weather to be sat down in the stands, is it?
It's not warm, I'll tell you that much.
So the line out now to be placed in from Ben Pogson, the hooker for Birmingham Moseley. It's well collected by Harry Butler. It's a good tackle in there by Luke Cox. Advantage, says the referee. These numbers out onto the left, and they do with Dan Burrow. It's a good, strong tackle from Sam Thorpe.
That's great defensive cover from Thorpe there.
Harry Barnes looks to have a go, still the advantage. And that ball's loose, and the referee will bring it back to that earlier infringement. That was for offside.
Just while we've got a break in play here, Tom, shout out to Gareth Riley in the YouTube live stream chat saying, "Go well, Sedge. Thanks for the coverage again." Thanks, Gareth, for your comment, and it's our pleasure.
Thank you very much, Gareth. As we can see, Birmingham now getting into, they're inside that Tigers 22 early on in this game.
Moseley's line-out form looking really sharp today. Well-oiled.
Still pushing, and Moseley. And it looks like Tigers have turned that ball over brilliantly. Good work in there from the forwards. And Sturgis is going to set up for the box kick away. Good work there from the Tigers forwards to turn that ball over. And while this line-up's being prepared, a shout out to Dartford Grammar School from Kent, who are in attendance for today's game. They played a match this morning at Preston Grasshoppers, and they're now treating themselves to a game of National League One this afternoon as Tigers take on Birmingham Moseley. Line out goes to the back. Stedman collects. Just getting inside the 22. Advantage to Moseley. And there's a lot of space over on this left, and it's through. And can Dan Broad get on the end of it? He can. Big tackle
placement
from Thorpe. That's Finn Smith who has a run there. Moseley really testing this defence so far of the Tigers. It's picked up by number 1, Ethan Priest.
Dan Brough would have done really well to take that kick on the full if he could.
Yeah, that's twice now. It's number 12 there, Ollie Alsop. He's looking to feed Dan Brough on this left-hand side.
Brough is he's just giving too much time for his opposite man to cover around and mark him. You know, if he takes the ball on the full, he's straight in. Sedgley's defence will have to be quick to faster to react to that one. Keep an eye out for it.
So Whiteley kicks into the corner. No chance for this line out to work for Moseley. They've looked sharp so far. It's well collected and dumped off. Good tackle from Luke Cox. Inside the 5 now, Moseley. It's the hooker now, Ben Pogson. It's number 5, Butler. There's numbers to the right. Maxwell Whiteley takes it. That was a high tackle advantage.
Birmingham got the upper hand here now.
Aquile Smith.
Oh, he does so well. He gets caught on his own. Yeah, Birmingham just scrambling a little bit there, struggling to get back over the game line.
And the referee's going to bring it back for that high tackle. I wonder if he's just going to have a word with Matt Riley, and that will be the final warning for them, especially inside the 5. I don't think anybody wants to see any yellow cards distributed so early on in this game.
No, at all, really.
So it will be a scrum.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a telling off more than a chat from the referee, but Sedgley do well to keep their noses clean from here on out.
So while the referee sets up this scrum, a hello to John Grundy, a steward and part of the furniture here at Park Lane. John is in hospital at the moment, and we wish him a speedy recovery so we can see him here soon, back and cheering on the Tigers. So get well soon, John, and we hope to have you back here soon. Jolly puts the ball in. That scrum doesn't move an inch. It's a really good scrum from both teams. Picked up by the back by Stedman. Good tackle. His number's out. That's number 4. Harry Barnes with the try.
That's great work from Moseley.
And all that pressure for the first 8 minutes or so in this first half.
Strong finish from Barnes there.
Has been turned into points. Great work from Birmingham Moseley. 8 minutes played. Tigers 0. Birmingham Moseley 5. So it'll be number 9, Jack Jolly, attempting this conversion. Jolly with the kick. Jolly with the score. That extends the lead. So it's 9 minutes played, Tigers 0. Birmingham Moseley 7. And it has been all Birmingham Moseley in the opening 9 minutes or so. Seals restarts the game. And it's collected almost by Henderson. And it was knocked on. So it will be a scrum now for Birmingham. Tigers are playing today's game without Albert Bradshaw and Harry Thompson, as they were both on the bench for Sale Sharks last night against Doncaster Knights in the Prem Cup.
They'd be glad for a rest, to be fair, after that game.
Referee Matt Sharp not happy with that one. So we'll just sort this scrum out. Birmingham started fast so far, and they'll be looking to turn the form around. Still looking for their first win in 2025. The last win was the last game before Christmas in a 27-10 victory versus Leicester Lions. Currently sits 7th in the table on 42 points. Sure, Director of Rugby Adam Balding will be looking to recapture some of that early season form. And it's good work from the pack of the Tigers. Be a lot of pats on the back there of John Blanchard.
That's just what he does, Tom. You know, that's his bread and butter. That's the value that Blanchard can bring to the team, and he's secured a penalty for his team.
So Seals kicks into touch, and there'll be a line out now, 10 metres out.
Just noticed he's sporting a fresh new trim as well, Tom.
Yeah, I said before, Joe, the ponytail's gone and the short back and sides are back in.
I don't know how to feel about it.
As Connor James collects the ball, he's
That's great counter maul from Birmingham. Seriously strong.
that maul is driving though as they approach the 5 metre line. It's still going, and it's Ben Gregory. He's got it down.
I think it might have been held up. I didn't see a whistle.
Yep. And it's a penalty try.
Penalty try. That's great work from the number 2.
So it was a penalty try, and it's a yellow that has been brandished to Birmingham Moseley. I'm waiting for the player to turn around so I can see his shirt number. But just to confirm that Tigers have scored via a penalty try, and Birmingham have now been reduced down to 14. And that yellow card has gone to number 6, Finn Smith. So for the next 10 minutes, he'll be in the sin bin. So it's currently 13 minutes played, Tigers 7, Birmingham Moseley 7.
And that's a strong kick from Seals. Puts Tigers just beyond the halfway line.
So, line out here now for Birmingham. Over on this near side, Jolly kicks it away. Henderson, well, it was a bit of a mess that, as Bro and Henderson collided. Was a knock on from the informed winger Dan Brough, so it will be a scrum inside the Sedgley half.
One thing I will say, Tom, is how strong Sedgley's pack has looked today, both in set piece and in those rolling mauls. And there they are again, holding up against Birmingham, who themselves aren't a small pack at all. Ailes goes around the side, pops it to Sturgis.
It's not a bad kick either.
That's a lovely little dink through. Oh, and Henderson loses his footing in after his chase.
Yeah, it was good feet that there from Freddie Painter. So Birmingham, big hit. Big strong tackle from Gregory on the Birmingham forward. So Jolly's going to box kick this one away. Sends it high. Stays in play. Seals did well. Thorpe. It's a good tackle from Maxwell Whiteley. It's picked up from number 7, Morgan Dawes. He took the Tigers by surprise. Now Birmingham have the ball. Jolly. There's a little kick into the corner. Thorpe's there. And he clears the ball away. It was great work there from Morgan Dawes. Just seems to just run in and pick the ball up and go away. Tigers were unaware of him doing that. The referee said play on. As Matt Sturgis is down at the minute, he's going to receive some treatment. So time's off. This game in the past has been a fairly close contest. If you look at the previous meeting, which was one of Birmingham's first games of the season, they came out narrow victors in that game, where they won 28-26. And if you look back on last season's games, Sedge were able to do the double.
Yeah, Birmingham have struggled to put one over on Sedge in the past, but they've certainly not shying away from the opportunity today.
Both teams are not in similar places in the table, Joe, but when you look at the stats behind both teams, Sedge have actually scored more points. Great interception there from Bob Birtwell.
They just let him through. That's great stuff from him to seize that gap. And it seems Ailes didn't know that pass was coming to him.
Jolly. Maxwell Whiteley look left. Good tackle from Ailes. Picked up from Stedman. That's number 3, David Langley having a run. Stedman again. Big strong tackle in there from Blanchard. Maxwell Whiteley. Dawes. And there's going to be a yellow for Tigers. And that's Ben Gregory who's going to go to the sin bin.
Well, any advantage Tigers had, or opportunity they had to put one over with the extra man, is now diminished with Gregory leaving the pitch. He does look disappointed.
So both teams now down to 14. And this is going to be a kick for the Sticks. Jolly, who's going to actually receive some medical attention first before he tries this conversion, or this penalty kick, I should say. So time is off.
Yeah, time will be off on the referee's wrist, but on the live stream, it will be ticking over, so just bear that in mind. We will be giving you timely updates. Clock's currently stopped at 17:39, with the scores still 7-all.
I was just saying before, Joe, before that Bob Birtwell interception, that both teams are actually quite evenly matched in terms of point scoring, number of try scorers.
Yeah, exactly. You've got, a similar win rate for the last 5 games. Sedgley with 3 out of the last 5. Birmingham with 2. Sedgley have scored 407 points total this season so far, with Moseley not far behind on 367. So you're not wrong there, and that's a great kick.
No mistake from Jack Jolly. So,
Cool as you like.
19 minutes played, and Birmingham Moseley have recaptured the lead. So it's currently Tigers 7, Birmingham Moseley 10. And we'll just wait for this restart, as it looks like there is a player down for Birmingham Moseley who's getting his head strapped up. Looks like it's number 5, Harry Butler. No, number 4, sorry, the other Harry Barnes. He's now back in position. As Seals sends this ball to the clouds, and it's a great take from Harry Barnes. Kicked high from Jolly. Bruff was there. It's well done by Henderson. Seals. Lewis Bradley. Evades one. Almost evaded 2, and he's offloaded it to Rylance.
That's great work from Bradley there.
Seals tried the little pass to Birtwell. He probably wasn't expecting that pass. So that was knocked on. I think he was trying to be a bit more of a decoy there, wasn't he, Birtwell?
Yeah, his opposite man just got in the way as well. Didn't actually let them get balls to hand.
So it will be a scrum for Birmingham Moseley. We've not heard much of number 14 out on the far side for Birmingham, who is Twoyo Igodo. He leads the team in tries.
Yeah, well, with both teams so evenly matched, I think, Tom, there's so much of the play is being played through the forwards right now, with both teams trying to set up a platform to play off. And so far, the ball hasn't got as far as that blindside wing.
So we're just seeing a change there so Lewis Bradley's come off. Adam Mallinson has replaced him. Adam Mallinson will go in at hooker. It's more of a tactical change just for this scrum, while Ben Gregory's in the sin bin. So I do expect to see Lewis Bradley return. I'm just trying to work out, Joe, is that a 7-man scrum for both teams out there?
I think so, yeah.
With Finn Smith being in the bin as well. It's kicked away now by Jolly. Thorpe, whose left boot sends it high. And Jolly collects it well. Out to Alsop. Kicks it away straight to Henderson. That's a boom of a kick from Henderson, and Maxwell Whiteley's under it. inside his 22, and he kicks this one into touch.
Small victory in the form of a kick tennis for Sedgley.
Birtwell wasn't happy there. He felt that that kick was just outside the 22. And with it going out on the full, would have meant that line out would have been taken from when the ball was kicked. Birtwell's trying to attract the attention of the assistant referee. But it will be a line out now, just inside the Birmingham half. And that will be a free kick now for Birmingham. I didn't see there, Joe, what he gave that for.
I'm assuming it's for not straight in the sorry, the line-out wasn't straight.
So that free kick is taken. Henderson collects, but he's dropped it.
Gone backwards. Play on.
And here comes Agodo. He kicks the grubber in behind, and that one
just bounced outside. That oddly shaped ball. And with that break and play, Finn Smith is returning from the sin bin. So Bowen Moseley back up to 15 men, 5 metres out from the try line. Bowen Moseley have to dig in here. Oh, sorry, Sedgley will have to dig in here.
Yeah, you're right there, Joe. As Finn Smith now is making his way over to that line out. That extra body inside the 5. Put a lot of pressure on Tigers.
Surely they threw it into a maul here.
Here's a penalty to Tigers, so they're managed to grab themselves a bit of breathing room here now. 24 minutes played, and Joe, we've not really seen much of a Tigers attack, really. Not seen much ball movement, fast hands.
Well, they've been under such pressure from Birmingham this whole time. They've not really had an opportunity to express themselves, and when they have done, small mistakes like drop balls. I imagine that's due to cold fingers and whatnot. A wet ball in the moist weather. Yeah, they've just not really been given a chance to do anything when they get the ball. We've seen a couple of drop balls here already. Still waiting for them to shift into second gear, almost.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of defensive work from Reece Henderson, who's the team's leading try scorer with 14. We've not seen much of him in attack so far, and the same can go for Richard Lepori over on the left-hand side as Sturgis kicks away. Collected by Agodo.
That's a great take by Agodo on the full, and he skips over Blanchard's arms.
Jolly conducting his men in there. That's Langley.
He's done well to draw in a lot of defenders there. I think it took 4 men to bring him down.
He's a big old unit, is David Langley there at tight head prop for the visitors as Jolly kicks away. Thorpe did well to offload that ball. Seals to Mallinson. Sturgis seals with the kick away. It's collected well by Jolly. He kicks his ball deep. Seals collects. Bit of kick tennis going on here now.
Sedge really need to work on that kick chase. They had so much time to...
Oh, look at Payne go! He's done really well. He skips through Seals. Is he going to get it down in the corner? He's got it. No, he's just short.
No, that's a great tackle.
Unbelievable try-saving tackle from Sam Thorpe.
That's great stuff. And ball's being played on.
No, the referee's pulling it back. What a run that was from Freddie Painter. Faked the kick in his own half. and just ran through the middle of that Tigers defence. Evaded Warren Seals, and Sam Thorpe with a try-saving tackle. He was inches away from getting that ball down in the corner.
He just went straight for the knee and just took him out. Swept his legs into touch.
Fullback on fullback that was there. And Sam Thorpe came out with the winner in that one. Only just though, only just.
Only just by the skin of their teeth, Sedgley, and they're back in their own, back behind it on their own try line once again.
Yeah, that was great work from Freddie Painter.
He just seemed to dart through everybody.
Well, he did have an earlier go actually, Joe. He had a bit of a run earlier.
Yeah.
But and he couldn't really break through. But this time, when he got his legs going,
yeah,
there was no catching him.
No, exactly. That's what I was trying to say before. Was Sedgley gave Painter far too much run up. You know, there was a good 5 or 6 seconds there before he decided to make a run, when Tigers could have chased up and snuffed that fuse before it lit, so to speak.
Birmingham now have the ball. It's out to Stedman.
Little pump fake from Stedman.
That was Ailes with the tackle to Barnes now.
As well to try and get around.
Alsop, little one in back inside. Priest almost in. Jolly to Smith. Just along the 5. They're all going to the right now. Barnes chopped at the
Great
knees.
chop tackles from Blanchard.
And it is going to be a penalty. Not rolling away. But that was a crunching tackle from
Morgan
John
Dawes had
Blanchard.
something to say about that as well.
I don't know if that was a push or a little tap on the back of the head to say that was a good one. I'm not quite sure who it is who's down for Birmingham Moseley. So time is off. Currently 27 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. And Ben Gregory and Lewis Bradley are going to make their way back onto the pitch. So it'll be Adam Mallinson making way. So both teams now back to 15 each. Nope, hold on a minute. The referee's told Mallinson to come back on, and Ben Gregory and Lewis Bradley have been told they can't come back on yet. And for that penalty, we're now going to see a kick for goal. So Jack Jolly's going to take the penalty right in front of the sticks. And it all just felt a little bit slow out there from the referee. He could have done this a lot sooner, really.
I suppose you want as few distractions as possible, even with a fairly simple kick such as this one for Jolly. And over it goes.
Simple kick for Jolly. He extends the lead to 6, so it's currently 29 minutes gone. Tigers 7, Birmingham Moseley 13. And that's kicked into touch, and they took the line out quickly of Tigers with Thorpe. Ailes to Seals now. Bit more urgency in the Tigers' attack is needed. They're going to get back into this game. It's offloaded to Ailes and it's knocked on. So will be a scrum for Birmingham. We've just not really seen much of that passing game so far from the Tigers. Not a lot of fast hand movements, a few drop balls. It's just stagnating that offense.
Yeah, well, as the clock ticks over into the final 10 minutes of this first half, hopefully we'll see a rejuvenated Tigers after the break. You know, we've seen them defend tremendously well, you know, to keep the score where it is, but not seen much in terms of attack at all in the last 30.
It's a good scrum from Birmingham Moseley. Jolly evades Tom Ailes. Maxwell Whiteley kicks it away. Well collected by Sam Thorpe. And he sends this one into the 22. And it's bouncing. And is it?
Oh, that's a great kick.
Fabulous kick from the young fullback. And it stayed in play. Seals now. Birtwell. Matt Riley to Danny Rylands. Just got away with that one. Sturgis finds Matt Law. It's a bit messy in there. Birmingham really trying to turn the ball over. Ailes did well. Connor James. Strong tackle from Dawes and Langley. Seals. Oof. Strong tackle on Cox.
Yeah, he seemed to trip into that tackle. Landed belly first on his man's shoulder. And that looks like a high tackle on Birtwell.
Referee give his thumbs up. He says nothing wrong, and that ball's dropped.
That's a tough call for Sedge.
Yeah, they've been really quick out of the blocks on their defence so far, Birmingham Moseley. And that pressure has been leading to turnovers and mistakes from Tigers. So I think we're going to see a change here for Tigers. It's Blanchard and Cox who are coming off, so it's Will Connor who'll go in to replace Luke Cox, and Austin Downham will go in at loosehead prop. So Will Connor, two straight swaps there, so Will Connor in at lock, Downham in at prop. I don't know if you just noticed that there, Joe, but there's a little tweak in that scrum for Tigers. Ailes is in that scrum. Is in at flanker.
I was going to say he's moved to the blind side, isn't he? Perhaps he's expecting the number 8 to come around that side, and we know Ailes can put in a dent.
That penalty taken quickly. Quayle Smith with a kick in behind, and that was a bit of a mess. Knock-on. It's kicked into touch, bounces away from Thorpe, but it'll be a line out now. Yeah, it was a little bit of a mess, that bit scrappy from both teams. It was a Quayle Smith trying to look for a little kick in behind. Well blocked from Henderson.
Yeah, he just couldn't quite get his hands to it. He could have been thrown onto a try there. There was open space in front of him, just couldn't get his fingers around the ball.
It's a good interception and tipped back. So Dawes now has it for Moseley.
That's a great take from him.
It's Pogson. Alsop.
Fancy feet from Alsop.
Still on his feet. Bradley's trying to bring him down. Eventually does. Langley charging through Danny Rylance there.
Wouldn't want to be him then.
Stedman.
Birmingham really throwing their weight around now. You know.
Alsop, there's numbers out on this left-hand side. And they do.
It's a great looping pass. But as he got the legs, oh!
Good tackle from Henderson to knock him off balance. The hooker there, Ben Pogson. And it's a penalty for not releasing. So good defence there from Tigers. There was numbers over on this near side for Birmingham, but it almost seemed to be the wrong man in that position.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, Tom, but I don't think young Pogson there has quite got the motive for the job.
No,
but he gave it a good go. Unfortunately, it's just the tides have turned against him, and that's led to a Sedgley kick.
I think when Birmingham want to get the ball out over on this left-hand side, they want to try and get it in the hands of Dan Brough more than they want to get it in the hands of
They've not
Ben
been able
Pogson.
to. Yeah, they've not been able to deploy Agodo either, really, on that far side.
He has scored some tries though this season as Ben Pogson. He's got 3 tries this year. That's only 2 behind Aquile Smith, who leads the team with 5 tries. Ailes collects it from the line out.
Birmingham's counter jumping in the lineups is so crisp, so spot on.
Sturgis.
Oh,
Henderson's
that's a great
away.
break from Henderson.
Still on his feet. He's got numbers to the left.
Oh, he's looped over to the left. Oh, Painter's with it now.
Thorpe.
Just wish Painter had kept his depth.
There's Birtwell. He's brought down on the 5. Downham. An aggressive tackle there on Downham. His numbers on this right-hand side. Lewis Bradley. Birtwell, little tap back.
Great thinking from Birtwell there. He was about to get minced if he went for that ball.
There's an advantage now for the Tigers. Gregory, Matt Riley, Matt Law.
He does really well to hold on to it.
Good tackle there from Alsop. Birtwell. Still
You're seeing what Tigers are doing there, Tom, with keeping so much depth. They're eliminating 4 defenders with 1 pass.
Birmingham are defending at the minute as well with 14, but the referee's going to bring it back for that earlier infringement.
Yeah. That's a good chop from number 7, Morgan Dawes.
And we're going to get a change here for Birmingham.
That might be a nosebleed, Tom, for
it'd be a blood replacement.
Maxwell Whiteley. Yeah.
Tommy Taylor, who's going to come on for Maxwell Whiteley.
Whiteley's had a decent game, commanding that back line. Unfortunately, you can't do much about a bleeding nose for now. You know.
So from that penalty, it's going to result in a penalty kick now for Warren Seals to take, right in front of the sticks. And I think that is the wise decision with only 3 minutes to go before half-time. And when you're losing by 6, you take the easy 3. Well, I say that. We'll wait for him to take the kick. No mistake. Don't want to be the commentator's curse there, but
was hoping for it.
You don't miss
Praying
that.
against it. No, well,
They're your bread and butter. So 38 minutes played. Score is now Tigers 10, Birmingham Moseley 13. And Tommy Taylor's gone in at fly half, so he restarts the game. Will Connor. Gregory. Sturgis setting up for the kick away. Henderson taps it back. Burtwell. So Tigers have still got the ball.
Tigers are doing really well to maintain possession, but their try-scoring ability is just subpar at the minute.
Yeah, currently losing by 3. They'd love to get a try just before half-time. Lewis Bradley now.
Oh, just really well to evade that tackle. And the second one.
He's got numbers to his right. Oh,
he's just
lovely
passed
interception from Butler.
Yeah, Butler would have been looking for that one, and he's doing. Oh, that looks a bit high from Birtwell. I think he adjusted quickly.
Smith now. Taylor, Alsop with the kick. In behind.
There's a great chase from Akil Smith.
Law did well to keep hold of that ball. And that one's kicked. Jolly.
30 seconds left of this half.
And Connor with the knock on. And Connor just not being able to grasp that ball there. So that'll be a knock on. I didn't think that was a great kick personally there, Joe.
No,
actually.
yeah. I expected it to go much further. You know, it was pretty in the pocket for Will Connor, unfortunately. The ball just escaped his hands.
Yeah, I didn't really think that was a great kick from Jolly. But Will Connor bailed him out. So it will be a scrum now for Birmingham inside the Tigers half. Time is off as Ethan Priest just receiving some attention there.
Yeah. 3 seconds left of this half, Tom.
Yeah, 3 seconds to play, Joe. So what have you made of this first half so far?
Well, Birmingham have definitely been the dominating force for the majority of the half, and I think the score reflects that somewhat. Yeah. Tigers have done well to collect points where they have been able to. You know, even the try they scored was given to them on a technicality. Otherwise, they've been pretty stagnant. You know, Birmingham have done really well to choke any try-scoring attempts that they've made. But equally, Sedge have done really well to keep Birmingham's score so low, with them having so much possession over the home side. So I think next half I want to see more from Sedgley in terms of using that ball once they've got it. I'm going to stop talking.
Yeah, there's a player down hurt.
There's a player down unconscious, Tom.
Yeah.
But I'll carry on with what I was saying while that's going on, just while the medics see to what's going on. Yeah, Tigers, I just want to see them do more on the ball when they've got it, to be honest. I've seen flares, but these are in most cases these have quickly been extinguished with silly errors and cold fingers, I imagine.
Yeah, I think if you're going into half time, I think if you're Adam Baldwin, the director of rugby for Birmingham Moseley, you're probably going to be more of the happy between him and Scott Barrow with the way that your teams have played. But the score being only 10-13, Birmingham really have probably dominated the possession of the ball in this first half. But Tigers are still within touching distance.
And in terms of the physical battle, Tom, you know what seems like the right time to be talking about it with the man on the floor, but the packs have been pretty equal, I think, even when they were down to 7 men. Those scrums were pretty evenly matched, and equally in open play, both sides have fronted up, you know, put their bodies on the line, to keep the other team from scoring, keep them from making any breaks at all. So it's impressive work from both sides, and I think the scoreline reflects that. You know, they've both thrown everything into attack and defence, and come away with pretty similar scores. You know, a try each, and a couple of and only a penalty separating them. So
Yeah, we've said before, didn't we, that this game typically has been quite evenly matched in the last 3 contests on Sedge's return back to Nat 1. And
I think that's just the way they play, Tom. You know, they're just even teams. They both love playing the ball through the hands of the forwards to suck in opposing defenders and set up a platform for their backs, and that's what they've both been doing. But equally, that's what they're going to be best at defending as well. You know, if that's what they're going to be doing in training, they're going to know how to orchestrate that attack and how to defend it. So I think that's where these teams come undone, is because they're so similar in the way they play.
And that round of applause is for David Langley, who is the man down here. He's just got up to his knees now, so they're still being assessed. But that's a good sight to see. Is that he is talking. He seems okay as he's knelt down. I'm sure there'll be a massive round of applause when he gets back to his feet. I do think the referee might just blow for half-time in a minute. And a pat on the back there from Captain Matt Riley. David Langley's back on his feet. And he's going to make his way off to the touchline. His afternoon has run its course. But a good sight to see there. He's back on his feet. From that penalty, from the scrum.
It was from that collapsed scrum, wasn't it, Tom?
Yeah, the front row, I think, had just landed
Yeah.
on him, and anything around the head and neck.
Yeah,
you've got to be very careful. There's some big men in that scrum.
Yeah, I think he just got the wrong side of it.
So Jack Jolly is going to go for this conversion. I mean, for the penalty kick, and this will take the lead to 6 at the break if he can convert it. It's not too far out. Favours the right boot.
It's a pretty hefty kick, but
Stedman telling the crowd to be quiet as Jolly's kick.
It's a
just short.
Oh.
And it's kicked out the back into touch. And that's half time. So you did say it was a hefty old kick, Joe.
Yeah, well, exactly. It looked like it was going, and it just fell short. So perhaps that's a good sort of testament for that first half, really. You know, a lot of good attempts, a lot of which fell short, and that's resulted in a very meagre but even scoreline.
Yes,
the break.
Tigers still in it at the break because we're going to half time. Sedgley Tigers 10, Birmingham Moseley 13. Oh, welcome back to Park Lane as Sedgley Park are taking on Birmingham Moseley here in what is now a very, very cold afternoon here in Whitefield. It's currently Tigers 10, Birmingham Moseley 13. It's been a bit of a scrappy first half. Birmingham really had most of the possession, probably looked the most frightening in attack, but there's been quite a few penalties more than tries.
Yeah, and that's just due to silly mistakes, I think, Tom, and it's what's been costing both sides those point scoring opportunities. Just drop balls, you know, high tackles, silly mistakes, and you know, you play rough, you get hurt as well. We've seen a couple injuries. You know, we had Maxwell Whitley off for a blood injury.
It's good from Alsop.
Oh my goodness, that's great cover from Warren Seals to scoop that one up.
Yeah, he's going to bring it back now for that early infringement. It was great work from Alsop. Broke the lines well, and then a little kick in behind. Good recovery from Seals, but will be a penalty now for Moseley, who I was going to say remain unchanged, but we saw that injury to David Langley, so he's been replaced by number 17, Josh McNulty. And Maxwell Whiteley this afternoon, he's also off, so at 10 is Tommy Taylor, if we didn't see that change earlier on. So his kick there into the corner. We'll see a line out for the visitors.
Just to stop you there, Tom, I've got some messages here in the live stream group chat. One from Callum saying, "Come on, Sedgley, let's go, boys." Thank you, Callum, for your message. And 2 messages from Carol Reuter saying, "Go Tigers, thanks for the coverage." It's our pleasure, Carol. Hoping to see Isaac Deans in second half. Paul and Carol Reuter.
Sorry to stop you, Joe, because Moseley are looking to get this ball over the line. And they have, and it's a score.
Oh, that's a great try.
And it's Ben Pogson with the try. 43 minutes played. And Ben Pogson has grabbed his 4th try of the season. We said earlier he got the ball on the wing and he was almost in for a try. But this time
it was going to happen, Tom, wasn't it?
He's now got his name on the score sheet, and that is in more familiar territory for him, for the hooker. His 4th try of the season. Birmingham move.
Paul and Carol Reuter watching from Gran Canaria, Tom. So, hello from chilly, frosty Park Lane.
Canaria?
What did I say? Oh, behave you.
Canaria, Gran Canaria. A few jokes there. As Jolly now with the conversion. And that one's no good. So, 43 minutes played, and it's Tigers 10, Moseley 18. Seals with a restart. Kicked away by Taylor. Seals sends this one up to the moon. Ailsey's looking to get under it. It's a good catch from Agogo. Painter looked to have a
Tackle
run.
looked a little bit high. Ref was on the wrong side of it. Perhaps you didn't see.
And Stedman. He's actually berating Tommy Taylor there for that pass. He was not happy with that one.
It was, yeah.
So it will be a knock on.
Okay, yeah. It's just worth saying as well that the time on the live stream is about 20 seconds behind the actual match clock. Because of course we can't stop the clock on the live stream. Just for any sharp eyes, you might have noticed that, but it's only a 20-second or so margin.
Stedman just receiving a little bit of attention now to his, looks like his wrist or his hand, possibly. So
He looks to be in some discomfort.
oh, it's actually his knee, I think, Joe.
Oh, yeah.
So we could see a change there at number 8 for Birmingham Moseley. They won't want to lose that. Stedman, the captain, he's looked really good out there today. But he's back on his feet. Oh, it is his hand, sorry.
Yeah.
It is his hand, not his knee.
I'm wondering whether that's a dislocated thumb or something, Tom.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah, that's a common one. No, he looked to be getting his fingers strapped, I think, so. Nothing fatal anyway.
Sturgis now. Matt Riley. Sedgley truck has a run. First time I've seen his involvement. Ailes. Seals. Downham. Advantage. Looks like that'll be for a high tackle. That was against number 17, Josh McNulty. Burtwell, Sturgis. Seals conducting. Connor now. Ben Gregory. Oof. And referee deems no advantage, so it will be a penalty for that earlier high tackle. And Seals is going to kick for the corner. He finds touch. It's probably not as close as he would have wanted that kick.
No, you know, most times you want to aim for that 5 metre line, don't you, to get as close as possible. But Sedge will make do. But over it goes, actually.
Yeah, that's the mistake, as he went too high for Birtwell, and it's well intercepted by Ethan Priest. Kicked away by Jolly. And now it's a foot race. And this ball is going to stay in touch. Thorpe has it. Jinks inside. He kicks this one away, just inside the Birmingham half. Igodo has it. Big strong tackle on him from Seals. That ball's free, and the referee is going to bring it back. Looks like it's on Connor coming in from the side there. Should probably dislodge that ball free. Taylor will look to kick this ball into touch as we just wait for Jolly to get back on his feet.
See if he can't throw a better punt than Seals did on that last one. See if he can't make it closer to that 5 metre.
It's inside the 22.
About the same, to be fair. But
well, it's just outside the 22 according to that mark. It looked like it had just crept in from here. So a line out now for Moseley. Pogson will deliver this one in. That's Barnes who has it. Advantage for Moseley. And it looks like it was knocked on there, the signal is from the ref. So it will be a scrum. I think it was knocked on first before it got to Barnes. It's all just a little bit flat out there, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, just I'm not seeing a lot of energy really from either side. You know, they're both going through the motions, and they're not shying away from tackles either, but just lacking that so maybe perhaps individual or individual flair or any sort of, you know, try scoring energy from either side. Flat is the word for it, I think. Although it's a bit of a grim day as well, so maybe that's bringing the whole the whole vibe down a bit.
And that scrum is just moving a little bit. So I think we're going to see another one. Will still be a Birmingham scrum. Jolly. He's going to put this one in.
Finally got a scrum back underway. In it goes, it looks good. A lot of wobbling on this near side.
There will be a penalty to Birmingham.
Ailes doesn't look happy about that one at all. There were calls for a knock-on from the stands.
And Jolly's going to have a kick for goal.
Well, that's turned out well for him, isn't it, really? But the lot of Sedgley heads starting to drop after that one.
To take the lead. This will increase their lead by 11, well, to 11 points. And Sedge will need probably at least a try and a few penalties, but if on a more positive front, you're probably looking at 2 tries at least for Sedge to get back into this game, if this is converted. And it is an excellent kick from Jack Jolly, the vice-captain. Makes no mistake with that one. He had a penalty kick just short to end the first half, but he's nailed this one. So it's currently 52 minutes played. Tigers 10, Birmingham Moseley 21.
Yeah. I mean, that penalty felt a bit, you know, it felt like Tigers were maybe a bit hard done by, or at least they weren't happy with the decision, but if they keep letting these penalties slip, that Birmingham scoreline's only going to grow further and further out of reach.
Yeah, it's costly mistakes being given away.
11 points is a doable margin for the time they've got left so far, but that window will, if they're not careful.
Yeah, you're right, Joe. It's costly mistakes, though, that Tigers keep giving away, and unfortunately for them, Birmingham are punishing them every time they give away that penalty.
Well, yeah.
And another knock on there, which has led to this scrum. Something just seems a little bit off out there today for Tigers.
I feel like I say every time, Tom, but perhaps it's the weather. Yeah, it's blistering the cold.
And it is a Tigers penalty. Ailes just clapping in Jolly's face there a little bit. But I think there's been a bit of chirping out there actually from Jack
definitely.
Jolly.
I've seen it all game rather.
I saw Jolly having a little word with the ball boy actually before. So there's obviously there is a little bit of needle out there. Dawes has also been involved, and Seals now kicks for the corner. That's a much better kick, so we will see a line out from the 5. A score here will really bring them back into the game.
Yeah, this would be a great point for Sedgley's 2 score here. You know, 11 points, like I said, is a big enough margin if they don't hurry up.
Oh, and it's not a great
just gone
line
out of reach of Will Connor's hands.
It's not a great line out, and Birmingham have turned the ball over. So Taylor booms it away.
Oh, almost takes out a spectator in the process.
The line out will still be inside Birmingham's 22. So they're not out of danger just as yet. They have got numbers over on this left-hand side. Have Sedgley. I'm going to try and get the ball in the hands of people like Matt Riley, Matt Law, Sam Thorpe and Richard Lepori. Looks like Gregory has a run and he's lost the ball. Taylor now. Akeel Smith.
It's a great kick.
Henderson. He's having a run, still on his feet. Makes his way into the 22. Birtwell. Seals. Here now, these numbers on the left foot. Here goes Richard Lepori. Jinking away. Lewis Bradley now. And the penalty for Tigers. Ailes looked like he was going to take it quickly there. For not rolling away there on number 4, Harry Barnes. He's had a solid game actually out there as the lock for Moseley. So Seal's going to kick for touch here. It's another good kick, so this will be a line out now along the 5. But hope for a much better line out here now. And put some pressure on that Moseley defence. Tigers' only try came from a penalty try in the first half, which saw Finn Smith spend 10 minutes in the bin as Gregory now is forcing this maul. Still going, it's now inside the 5. Gregory still got it at the back. Looks like he's just short.
Lepori outside in that blind.
And Birmingham have forced the penalty. Yeah. And there's a little bit of pushing and shoving in there. And it looks like it's going to be a scrum on the 5. Ball wasn't really moving anywhere. So time off by a few players. Looks like there's a player down actually for Birmingham, Moseley. But looks like Birmingham have really been able to force some errors out of Tigers today. Really stagnate their attack, which has really frustrated the home side.
Yeah, and you know the score reflects that as well. You know, they've been able to keep Sedgley out for 17 minutes now, despite playing out of their half most of this game.
And just why the time is off, it's a chance for me to tell you about both teams' next upcoming games. For Tigers, it's 2 away trips on the bounce as they travel to Plymouth Albion and Blackheath. And then a home game against Rams.
That'll be a tough one for Moseley.
And then for Birmingham Moseley, their next fixtures are Rams at home. And a trip back up to Manchester as they take on Sale at Haywood Road, which is a Friday night game. And then they're also away to Rotherham Titans. So it'll be a scrum now for Birmingham. Sturgis is trying
Great
to...
shove from Tigers.
It's a good scrum. And Tigers have turned the ball over. Great work from Ailes.
Great work from the opposite man to keep him out.
Will Connor. Birtwell trying to barge his way through Stedman.
Oh, just the ball falls loose. Referee's always blowing his whistle.
And there's a bit of pushing and shoving.
Yeah, it's just a bit of...
Dawes is in there again.
Yeah.
Jolly and Sturgis having a bit of an
Sturgis dragged him out of harm's way, and he's come up and started to fight with him and all. What is going on?
Be interested to see what the referee deems now from this. All came from that tackle on Birtwell. I think it was a little bit high as well.
Yeah, it was a pretty nasty one. That was Birtwell would have heard the whistle as well, and just thought, do you know what? That's not on.
Yeah, it was Santiago Edwards, I think, who had tackled Birtwell after the whistle. Referee's just going to have a word with his assistant here about how to deal with that situation.
I think they're just trying to remember who did what first. Yeah, there were so many offenders in that one.
It will be a Tigers ball, though.
Tigers itching to get going again. Warren Seals waiting patiently on the mark for the referees to reach a decision.
Also, just while the referee's decision is being made, he's going to call the captains in as Ollie Stedman's afternoon is over. So Finn Smith is coming back on to replace him. That's why Jack Jolly's in there with Matt Riley. He'll take on captain duties now whilst Stedman's off.
It's a yellow card for Birtwell.
Yeah, it's a yellow card for Birtwell, so he's going to spend the next 10 minutes in the bin. It's the second yellow card that's been brandished today for Tigers. So they're going to be down to 14. And that penalty that was for Tigers is going to be turned over. And it's going to be Tommy Taylor who's going to kick this ball into touch.
Just seen one of the ball boys cursing when he heard the ball hit the roof, knowing full well it's gone over the fence into the car park.
It's a good line out from Moseley. Well
Great
collected
take
by
from Butler.
Yeah, it was a good take from Butler now as they're trying to get some territory out Moseley. Jolly with the kick away. Forbes underneath it. Has a run. Seals is down hurt off the ball. Matt Riley now. It's a good tackle from Ethan Priest.
Oh, yeah, good pop up to Riley as well. Sorry, Bradley.
Shouts for off his feet, and there is an advantage for Tigers. Matt Riley,
Oh,
Ben
it's a
Gregory.
great pop into Gregory. He's still going. Finally brought down by Morgan Dawes.
Still advantage for Tigers. Seals tries a little kick in behind. And it's going to be a yellow card for from, and it's for, is it Jack
Morgan.
Jolly? I think it is Jack Jolly, the scrum half, who's going off. He gave a bit of chat to the referee as well. So captain is off for Birmingham Moseley. Ollie Steadman, he's been replaced, and now vice captain's going to spend 10 minutes in the bin. So both teams now down to 14, and Seals is going to go for the sticks.
At long last, we're seeing some proper action, Tom.
Could this be the score that rejuvenates the Tigers, gets them back into this game? Seals strikes. Seals scores. So 62 minutes gone. Tigers 13. Birmingham Moseley 21. Taylor kicks it away. Ailes collects. Birmingham currently defending with 13 as we've got a player down in the back. Sturgis. Danny Rylance. Will Connor. It was Ben Pogson who was down. He's back on his feet now, so they are now defending again with 14 at Birmingham. Sturgis. Seals. His numbers out on this left. Matt Riley. Out to Thorpe. Richard Lepurri. Downham now. Strong tackle on him from McNulty. Seals. Matt Riley. Out to Gregory. Jinx inside.
Feet from Gregory as well.
Finds Henderson on the right. He's round
Go
Painter.
away.
Can he stay in touch? No, he can't. Good tackle from Freddie Painter.
It's a great run. He's just been tackled into touch. This is the kind of flair I want to see from Tigers now, Tom. We've got another Moseley player on the floor.
Yeah, so
Time off for that.
Time off as a Moseley player's down. I think it was on that tackle on Gregory. So yeah, just in case you are just tuning in, 63 minutes played here. Time is off currently as the Birmingham Moseley player is down.
Excuse me.
There's going to be a couple changes as well for both teams. John Blanchard is returning.
I imagine he's replacing
Austin Downham it is.
Burkwell then. Or is it Austin Downham
Yeah,
coming
so
off?
straight swap there. So Austin Downham is coming off John Blanchard. So we'll go back in at loose head. And number 20, Austin Nevitt, is coming on for Birmingham Moseley. I'm not quite sure yet who is going to make way. I assume it's the player who's gone down hurt, which is, as he now just sits back up, which is a nice sight to see, is Ollie Alsop.
Is that Tommy? No.
So Ollie Alsop. Yeah, a bit of class there from Matt Riley.
And up it goes, and there's a struggle in the air, but ultimately comes down into the hands of Harry Barnes.
Taylor kicks this
Great
ball
boot
away.
from Taylor.
And the bounce is it going to do Thorpe?
Oh,
No,
he
does well
just
to get
scoots
hold
up
of it.
in time. And he's
And he's up and running.
got open pitch in front of him.
He's still on his feet. Finds Ailes. Offloads it to Gregory. And it will be.
Lewis Bradley.
A
Did he
knock-on.
recover it? No.
It will be a knock-on.
It will be, yeah. That's a great bit of energy from Tigers, but just the execution is quite to target, and it's cost them valuable momentum, Tom. It's something they've been missing all game.
Yeah, it was a great
It's
run
a very
there
stop-start rugby from both sides, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a great run there from Sam Thorpe. Trying to create something out of nothing.
Exactly.
So it will be a scrum now, though, for Birmingham Moseley. Looks like Freddie Painter's gone in at scrum half for this. Well, to put the ball in at this scrum anyway, while Jack Jolly's in the bin. Taylor with the kick away. It's a bit of a difficult kick.
Went a bit
for
skew
Thorpe.
if that, but it's found touch either way.
Yeah, it was actually a really good kick, that from Tommy Taylor. It was a little bit like in Aussie rules, a tornado kick, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Sends the ball spiraling around in the air. We're going to see a change for Moseley. That's Ethan Priest, who's going to make way. So Henry Feeney has now replaced him. Connor.
Great hands from Connor.
Ailes.
Little pump fake from Ailes, and he gets returned to his feet.
The ball's out though.
Gets promptly shoved into the earth.
Great work from Finn Smith. He's
And
getting a
that's
big
Finn
pat on the
Smith
back.
again.
Ailes with the knock on. In that first tackle.
Yeah. Well, it's admirable, passion.
Still time in
And
this
he's taking
though
that
for
tackle
Tigers.
on the chin.
Still
Yeah. 15 minutes left. It's 8 points behind the Tigers. Just out of reach of a try, but perhaps a try and a pen could put them over. Still plenty of time for any of that.
And the ball's out. Taylor, every time he's got the ball in his hands so far, he's looked for the kick, and that is a fabulous kick right in the corner. He's looked really sharp since he's come on as the number 19 for Birmingham Moseley, Tommy Taylor. And just why there was that breaking play before, I saw him come over to this touchline and have a word with, I think, his director rugby, Adam Balding. And he was referencing about this spacing behind. And since then, every time he's got the ball as Taylor, he's kicked it in behind. And Lewis Bradley now has it. And his space here now. Gregory evades Painter. Evades Dawes. Good work from the hooker. Connor.
It's great physicality from the Sedge forwards. It's Sturgis with the box kick, and he goes.
It's not a great one.
Very high and not. Oh, and he's just tapped it into Morgan Davies. Dawes, sorry. I read that wrong.
Feeney. And it will be a penalty.
It's a great... Oh. Ailes looked frustrated with that one.
Kicked into touch. Tigers will have the ball now inside Birmingham's half. Birtwell has now returned. So Tigers back to 15. Birmingham still down to 14 for now. Sturgis. Seals. Ailes has a run. Big hit on him. Gregory.
That's a great little pop from Sturgis.
It's a good tackle in there by Ben Pogson. Seals. Here they go, the 3-on-1. Oh. And Law just couldn't keep hold of it with the pass. It was a better move, though.
Ailes is so keen to keep Tigers' heads from dropping.
Yeah, it was a much better move. There was Law, Thorpe.
They had the overlap and they just spilled it.
Out here on this left.
He'll be frustrated.
So he's actually going to give the knock-on as the referee. And making way is Matt Sturgis, so a change at scrum half as Murray Redpath comes on. Former Scottish under-20. It will be a free kick now for Tigers. Redpath takes it quickly. Bradley now. Oof. Strong tackle on him from Dawes. He's a cracking game in there as the number 7 for Moseley. Ailes. Birtwell. Seals. Henderson.
Looking really strong here.
Good defence again from the visitors. Seals. Connor.
That's a great counter ruck from Birmingham.
Referee getting in the way there. Redpath, though, sneaks through. Still jinking around.
He's to look
can't be brought down.
Who's with him?
Seals.
Connor James goes quick.
And it was kicked in behind and knocked on. So it's going to be a scrum now for Tigers inside Birmingham's 22. This will be the moment now. 72 minutes on the clock as Jolly now comes back on. So both teams now back to 15 each. Boy, if Tigers are going to get themselves back in this game, this is the time to score. A try and a conversion brings it just to 1 point in it. That brings in the drop goal or a penalty kick. That's all down if Tigers can score now and use this momentum they've got in the last 10 minutes.
Equally, Birmingham will know all that, Tom, and will be doing everything they can to keep Tigers out. So both teams back up to 15 men. It's going to be a proper slugfest for these last 8 minutes.
Redpath to Seals. Will it reverse into Riley? Offloads it to Redpath. Ailes. He really wraps that ball in, does Redpath, when he passes it. He tries to jink his side, and he's under the sticks!
Lovely bit of individual work from Redpath there. He saw the gap, little pump fake out to the left, and dove in behind the posts. That's great stuff.
And the super sub has scored. Murray Redpath. 73 minutes played. Tigers 18. Birmingham Moseley 21. And this conversion will be right in front of the sticks.
This is exactly what Tigers needed in these closing stages of the game. Redpath, come on. with 10 minutes to go, brings his own bit of individual flair. I'm sure someone will have had a word with him about bringing some electricity back into the side. And Seals collects the extras.
Yeah, Seals adding the extra as well. That's his bread and butter. So now, with 6 minutes to go, Joe, it's Tigers 20, Birmingham Moseley 21. And now we've got ourselves a real
This is really exciting
close
rugby
contest.
all of a sudden. Yeah. This is Nat 1 rugby for you, Tom.
Since Redpath's come on, he's just injected a bit more enthusiasm out there.
Well, it's just an extra set of fresh legs, isn't it, Tom? You know, he's been waiting all game for his chance. That's a really long kick.
Is it going to go all the way?
Oh, my God.
Oh, did he get it down?
Oh, my
he
goodness.
has! Oh, no, what about that? Straight from the kick-off, a really long kick. Seals wanted the ball to go out. It didn't go. And I think it was Dan Brough with the try. Managed to steal it away from Seals. On all that hard work to get back into the game has just been taken away from Dan Brough. Playing to the final whistle, as they say. And he got the ball down in the back. Seals, his head in his hands after that.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know if you didn't see him or he just wasn't aware. I'm not sure, Tom, but that was tough.
So Jack Jolly now with the conversion attempt. And he does convert. 75 minutes played, Tigers 20, Birmingham Moseley 28. So that conversion takes Tigers out of the bonus point range. That was Brough's 5th try of the season.
That was just a blinding run, Tom. I wonder if that was intentional from Johnny to send it that long.
I do think that kick was very intentional. I saw it was Taylor, wasn't it, who did the restart. He's all of his kicks, every time he's touched the ball in the second half, he's looked to get the ball in behind. And I'm sure that's what he tried then. And Brough was alert to it. Seals wasn't, and the referees give the score. You see now, look, straight away, Tigers are preparing for that deep kick. And it's knocked on by Thorpe. So it will be a scrum. And a chance now for Moseley to burn some of these precious seconds off the clock.
Yeah, Tigers really starting to see signs of wear and tear. It seems they've given everything to put these visitors away. And it was, you know, a hard-earned try from them, and to see that unravelled so quickly is just, it's got to be heartbreaking, Tom.
Yeah. As we're just going to see a change now. Reece Henderson's day is over. So Matt Sturgis has come back on. He'll move into fullback. Thorpe will go to wing on the right-hand side. He'll go to right, to become the right winger. Referee not happy with that first one, so we'll see another scrum.
Great drive from Tigers.
And they've won themselves the penalty.
Birmingham still chirping away.
So, only a couple minutes left. Seal sends this kick into touch.
Is it
And
kept in? Referees, no.
will be a line out. So there's a couple minutes left. Tigers can get a score here. They will earn themselves a bonus point.
Even a drop goal would see to that, Tom. We'll see if Warren Seals fancies it.
And Tigers, who currently sit one place outside the relegation zone, need all the points they can get.
I want to see. Oh, that's a great tackle.
It's a big, strong tackle from Dawes. He's been fantastic in there as the number 7.
And away the ball goes.
Seals collects. Jinks outside of Jolly. Burtwell, Riley, Sturgis tries the wide one. Well collected from Nevitt.
Goodness.
And is he still on his feet?
Sturgis brings him
Tries
down.
the offload. And now it's a foot race between Bradley and Agodo. Agodo's still there. Can he get the ball? Brilliant from Lewis Bradley.
That's great covering tackle from covering.
Well done there from Lewis Bradley to deny
I didn't
it.
know he had the legs on him, Tom. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, good work there from Bradley to deny that try. Seals with the goal line dropout now. Oh, and a mix up between
Come
Jolly
on,
and
fellas.
Taylor.
Knock
And
on.
it will be a knock on.
That's just a little bit of a breakdown in communication there.
There's now 3 balls on the pitch.
Nope. That clock has just struck 80, Tom, so I imagine
Yeah, this
this
will
will
be
be
it
last
now.
play.
Can't afford to give anything away. Can Tigers?
Crazier things have happened in rugby, but the most Tigers can hope for is a score to bring them back within the bonus point threshold. Yeah, that's the most they can possibly come away with today.
Yeah, any score will do to earn themselves that bonus point. And the Moseley faithful that have travelled up from Birmingham, making themselves known in the crowd. Seals. Law. Ooh. Strong tackle from Nevitt. Blanchard.
Birmingham just looking so much more fired up than Tigers at the minute.
Redpath to Seals to Rylance.
That's a great bit of physicality from
Mallinson's pass
Danny
finds Richard
Rylance.
Lepurri. Can he get going now on the
Go
left? Stays in. No, he's in. He's been put into touch, and that will be it. And there's a bit of afters between Dawes and Mallinson as this game is now finished. But it's all over here at Park Lane. Moseley grabbed their first win of 2025. And it's been a well-deserved win. They've dominated possession of the ball from start to finish. And they made Tigers perform some costly errors.
Yeah,
and
they-
they punished them for it.
Birmingham let Tigers think for 1 second that they could claw back a victory, but quickly put it back in their place. Took that bonus point away from them, and will come away with a hard-earned victory here at Park Lane.
Yes, so that is all for now, as Birmingham Moseley have come away with a victory. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time when we do our live stream on Sedge Media. So please like, follow and subscribe. and thank you very much for joining us.